Hi! Hey there, welcome. I'm so glad you're here for a moment, and pre-Thanksgiving, I wanted you to hear just a moment of real gratitude from me. My take on that very much under, actually, and over gabbed about phenomenon. And anyway, I have a lot to be grateful for, and I want to share, first of all, with you the chocolate I'm eating today. And this is called Sea Salt Almond Brittle, dark chocolate sea salt almond brittle. Quite delish. My Aunt Laurie and Uncle George brought it to me the other day when they visited. Hey there! And it's amazing. The combination of sea salt with brittle heaven. And what's really amazing about my little chocolate cat chat moments with you is the deep gratitude I experience every time I pop a chocolate delight in my mouth, which is frequently, because this was never supposed to be. Me eating chocolate is truly a point of deep gratitude for me. Me eating anything is a point of deep gratitude, in fact. I wasn't supposed to eat food again, and watch me go. Pretty fab. I eat a lot of this good stuff. I have to take small bites, and it has some problems going down, but by and large, it happens. It's awesome, and I'm deeply grateful to eat food again. Sorry, I have to swallow after every bite too, so swallowing happens as well. Anyway, I want to jump in with you for a moment to my take on gratitude. And sorry, I'm keeping my voice down a little because my baby's napping right over there because we're back in the bedroom today. So I'm not screaming on purpose because the little man's asleep. Anyway, track with me here. Today, pre-Thanksgiving, gratitude, yada yada. I know you've heard it before. However, we're not totally implementing it in America today, gang, and probably around the world if you're tuning in from some other country. People are pretty ungrateful. People are pretty entitled. People are pretty much not on the page of deep gratitude for their life and fulfilling just that amazing purpose that God's given to them that really infuses them with gratitude. I'm here behind this wall of family photos because I'm going to make a point right now about it. What you see behind you is some recent pictures in the last few years of our family. Just some really special moments, special memories of the Wolves. And our bed is right behind you, and we see them daily. And James sees them all the time. John will go to see them. And what this board, this wall of pictures really is our Ebenezer's in a way. There are beautiful reminders of where we've been, what we've done, and just the hope in the future. Look at our lives, how amazing they are. We're really celebrating them. I want to hone in on one picture. It's this one right here. Well, don't get too close. I'm in a swimsuit. Goodness. Go back up. So this picture is me in Hawaii last year. It was our 10th wedding anniversary, and we went to Kauai. And there could be a lot of sadness associated to that because I'm in a wheelchair and it's at the beach and I can't even walk down to the water. I have to go in a beach wheelchair. However, I think what is cool, okay, Jay, back up.
Can't say anything.
Okay, they get it, they see it. What's amazing is that I'm there at the beach in Kauai, able to dip my toe in the water, able to be a part of that scene. I'm not just quietly sitting back observing it. I'm going down on the beach, getting around and enjoying life in Hawaii on my wedding anniversary. I mean, these things are full of hope and meaning.
And the question is, when you look at any picture of your life, any memory, you can view the same picture different ways. So the first thing you see when you look at that picture maybe is a wheelchair, but from another perspective, you see that this woman who should not be around got to go experience this celebration.
Absolutely.
Kind of the way you can look at all the pictures and all the memories in all of our lives. So.
Exactly. That's the thing with everything in our lives, is that if we have eyes to see it, everything can be this fabulous opportunity to choose gratitude. I mean, that picture and 10,000 other ones are all these beautiful reminders of what we do have that was not withheld, but in fact was granted, and simultaneously we can thank God for what was withheld. And I know that's a pretty radical statement. John Newton once wrote that all things work for the good of those, that's Romans 8:28. John Newton said all things work together for good. Everything is needful that he sends. Nothing is needful that he withholds. I love that truth, that everything that you've got is somehow needful for you. Everything that you don't got is not. Pretty powerful thought, isn't it? That God, whom we trust, does in fact know the very best, better than we could ever know what we need. He really knows what we need, both what is in our lives and what is not in our lives. And we can trust that, and somehow, excuse me, that is working for our good. God's ultimately working everything out for our good. Oh, I'm very grateful just sitting here, and I want you to know that gratitude is such a choice. Gratitude isn't something that you just have. Gratitude is something you deeply cultivate every day. I think that plenty of people in a whole spectrum of situations could be deeply ungrateful for their lives, could be really bitter. But instead, what if we kind of flip that on its head and start thinking through with perspective the opposites of what you've got? You know, early on when I was in brain rehab, I would see somebody who was walking around and their recovery looked awesome and they seemed to be doing a lot better than me and doing great. And then I talked to them and realized, oh, they don't know their name, or they can't remember what happened 10 minutes ago, or fill in the blank, they weren't okay in the head. Or I tuned in very quickly to a number of people in the greater lexicon who had been burned or were quadriplegics or had other life-altering horrible things happen. And I was able to impose, like, okay, yes, this is rough, but let's be real, that's really rough. And I was able to really come up with some significant feelings of, this is not that bad. I'm going to be okay. I've got a sweet husband. I've got a sweet baby. I've got a huge, wonderful network of family and friends. I've got a fabulous community all rallying for me. And this is not going to be the worst thing in the world. This is not going to define me. And I think that attitude of recognizing what is and what isn't brings you to this amazing place of peace. And peace is what you get when you get gratitude. You have this strange contentment with your life, your story, the lane that you are in fact in. And you can find peace and contentment in your storm. Your storms could be very significant. I don't downplay that. And yet there is this attitude and posture where we are truly living out gratitude by being so content. And it's quite a miracle, absolutely. But that beautiful miracle can, in fact, come upon you and can be enough to get you through the day because you're choosing to find perspective in what you're going through. God has given you this beautiful lot in life. I'm not over on time yet. This little Psalm 16:6 says, the boundary lines have fallen in pleasant places. This little lot of yours is good. Make it beautiful. Don't look away. Stay in your lane. And no matter what storm you're going through, you can find peace in it. And even if it's raining hard on your little lot, if you will, you can have a deep contentment from the gratitude overflowing that gives you peace even in your storm. So, okay, that's my moment of hope. I'm going to go back to eating my chocolate and say goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, eating a big fat turkey leg and a big bowl of stuffing and all the goodies, because it wasn't that long ago that I wasn't having any of that. So I will be chowing down on the good stuff and giving God the glory for allowing me to have it all. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.